Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for joining me here. If you are new, ahlan wa sahlan. Please take a moment to subscribe. I hope you really like the content. And if you have been here for a while with me, thank you so much for your patience and waiting for me to upload another video. Today's topic, I'd like to talk about going back to basics, which is, unfortunately, in our household, it has been a lost sunnah. And that is the use of the miswak. Now, for a while, I wanted to get back to this, like back to using the miswak instead of the regular toothbrushes that we waste so much money on, and they're plastic, and when they go into the landfill, they really are bad for our planet. So I was sort of forced into this position of getting back to using the miswak because I was going to try another step, a different method, and I ordered these biodegradable toothbrushes. They're wooden toothbrushes, and they were supposed to be like charcoal infused, all right? So like the bristles would have been charcoal infused, and I thought this was a great idea because a while back, probably a year or so ago, I purchased this charcoal right here. It was $10 for this jar. The first time I'd ever purchased activated charcoal was, it turned out that the charcoal had, gelatin. The capsules were made of gelatin, but because these are I'm trying to make sure you can see that. Well, they're vegan. They are vegan capsules, so they have no animal byproduct, no gelatin in them. And initially I was just going to take the capsule out and open it because of how it's made. I was going to just open it and pour it into each capsule, all 100 of them. I was going to pour it into this jar right here. Yeah, believe it or not, I've had this for over a year because I had this whole thing planned out, and it comes with a little spoon, and I was just going to dip the spoon in. You know, there's a cork here. I was going to dip it in and put it on my toothbrush and brush my teeth with the activated charcoal, but that became a bit too much. So what I ended up doing was just breaking the capsule open over my toothbrush, and it would like drip or fall into the sink, and made a nasty mess because it was like charcoal all in the sink, and you have to spray it out, wash it out, bleach it every time, and it was just so much hassle. So I stopped using the activated charcoal to brush my teeth with. And then I wanted to definitely get rid of like using Crest and all the other toothpastes because of, you know, all the chemicals and everything, the poisonous part about it. And I wanted my children to have a more healthy lifestyle, because I want to make my own toothpaste. So I'm still going to use this bottle and the spoon and everything else, and I'll probably end up using my finger to brush my teeth with it. But the main or the most important thing that I want to talk about today is going back to basics and using the miswak. Like a friend of mine, you know who you are, a friend of mine sent these to me last Ramadan. And she sent it was a lovely package. Thank you so much, Tana, for this Ramadan gift. And she sent miswaks, zikr beads, hijabs. It was a lot in there. You know, the kajal. She sent everything that you could dream of. And this really, it got me thinking. I'm like, you know what? I need to get back to using the miswak. And I was forced into having to go back to using the miswak because, like I said, I was already having thoughts about, you know, feeling like it's so wrong buying this big bulky plastic and putting batteries in here and, you know, trying to make brushing your teeth fun for kids when my kids really don't have any problem brushing their teeth anyway. So I ordered the wooden toothbrush because it's biodegradable. Honestly, I thought because it's bamboo, I thought the bristles were made out of just made out of like some thin bamboo, I don't know, just really thinly sliced bamboo, and I'll explain why I thought that was even possible. But upon unpackaging it, and I bought 8 of these offline, by the way. My first sign that something was really wrong is because these are supposed to be biodegradable, save the planet, blah, blah, blah. And it came in like tons of plastic wrap and bubble wrap. But they came in these boxes. And it's 8 of them. But as soon as I looked at it, like upon observing it, I noticed the color of the bristles, and it was extremely soft to the touch. And right away I recognized, oh my gosh, this is boar hair. Why on earth would anybody be okay with brushing their teeth with boar hair? So I, of course, investigated. I went back and I looked into it to see exactly where the bristles came from, because, I mean, this was my first guess. I couldn't be sure, but I know what boar hair looks like, because when I shop for hairbrushes for my sons, they have these short hairbrushes that, you know, the guy can hold in his hand and just brush his hair. And the majority of those hairbrushes are made from boar hair. So I recognized it right away upon seeing this toothbrush. So I did a little research, looked it up, and found that it's made from the neck, the back of the neck of a boar. So whoever came up with this thought it would be a good idea to like make these biodegradable wooden bamboo brushes, and then if these ever landed, you know, in the landfill or just, you know, in the sea or in the earth somewhere, they would turn back into dirt, because this is boar hair and this is wood. So we have to get back to the sunnah. But I'm going to show you what the miswak looks like. And this is, like I said, going back to the sunnah, the Holy Last Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I don't know if that's showing up clear, but I'm going to try to show you a different angle of it as well. So what you would do is, normally you can take normally people might try to peel it off with their fingers, you know, it's pretty easy to peel, but I'd rather just like cut it around. I don't know, let me see if I'm close enough. I'm cutting it. Right there. Can you see how that's coming up? And then with this part right here, you're supposed to like chew it and break up the bristles with your teeth, with your saliva, you know. So that's why I thought that this boar hair, I thought this would have been like easy to make bristles out of, because of, you know, it's when you chew it up. Let me just chew it real quick. So I'm breaking it up like this, and it's like little bristles. And what you would do is you put the bristles like on your teeth and you rub like this, like that. And if you were, you know, going to do it in the back, you put it all the way to the back and you brush like that. When my sister-in-law, actually, while I was recording this, I took a moment to pause, and my sister-in-law sent a text message saying, giving some information about the neem toothpaste, and I'm going to insert that information in here that she sent me. And it was just ironic, because here I am, I'm sitting here talking about going back to basics and recording, you know, filming about making your own toothpaste and using your miswak and going back to the basic sunnah of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And she sends me this message, and it like further confirmed my thoughts on doing this, or, you know, introducing this to my children. Onto the toothpaste part, what you'll do is add baking soda, coconut oil. I have virgin coconut oil because of the fragrance, and it tastes a little better, and it's organic. DöTerra peppermint oil that I ordered from a friend of mine, she sells it, and I'm going to put her information in the description box. I actually wanted to elaborate a little more about those organic businesses, so I'll tell you a little about it while I show you how I add this rustic container to my collection of rustic looking decor by hot gluing this twine around the metal container. Inside of this metal container is shea butter, or it's a shea mixture of body butter that I purchased from a friend of mine who has a website called Beyond Roots, and I'd like it if you can take a moment to go visit her website, also the DöTerra website of another friend of mine, because they have really good smelling products and they work really hard to make these products by hand and to make a business for their families. So if you could kindly stop by their website, I will leave the link in the description box, and I would really appreciate that. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like on there and share it if you will. Inshallah, I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.